Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where today we're taking the skulls out and we're going up toward Olympus. And I think I'm going to revert us to the aspect of Melanoe. The aspect of Medea just it makes me have to punch stuff, and and I'm very worried about my ability to survive having to always punch our enemies. So let's try treating this as a proper ranged weapon, shall we? We have 9 points of bonus damage for each skull that has been fired and not yet returned. I also think we are probably going to switch back to Tula for this run. There is still certainly Psyche to be gained, but yeah.
What say the Arcana?
Do I want to switch up our build? I'm enjoying the larger amount of rare blessings. You know, one thing I didn't look at before we quit last time was, where are we at bones-wise?
I've run into Lord Hermes at the summit of Olympus, making preparations against Typhon with the rest. Have you been able to cross paths with him? So, not for very long.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Moon dust.
Okay, so we did make an order for 8 moon dust. I think I might just do the same thing again, even though we are trying to push up to this amount of Psyche. Like, once we hit the value we're chasing, we're all of a sudden not going to need it very much anymore.
Shouldn't be too long. What do I need?
We only have 244 bones, so probably at best off we just hold off on that anyway. Alright, well then with 8 moon dust, we could probably bump up some of this stuff.
The other side.
What would be most valuable? This is a little bit more max life and max magic. We could push our chance to get better rarity stuff up. We could increase our number of rerolls. That's certainly meaningful. Leveling up persistence isn't bad. While you have less than 100% magic, your attack and special deal 10% extra damage per rank we can purchase. Yeah. You know what? I think I do like leveling up Huntress.
I see.
We'll cap that out. And then we still have 3 more dust. Which sadly is not quite enough to level up most of the things we would want to level up. Yeah, most of the stuff is pretty... Well, let's take 2 chances this night to turn any minor find into a random major.
Wisdom of the past.
You know, more boons or whatever. It's always good. And what did we fulfill?
Fated list of minor prophecies.
Fully upgrade 3 cards. Right, I'd forgotten about that.
Understanding has no end.
Well, that's going to give me enough ash to be able to unlock most of what remains, right? Yeah.
Judgment. The lovers.
And that's everything live, at least. Okay, interesting. Definitely reduces the value of ash to us at this point. Oh, but then a prophecy's fulfilled. Seven more moon dust.
Prophecy fulfilled.
Yes, thank you, Moros. I see it. He's trying to be helpful. He's not quite sure what to do. All right, so with 5 more points, leveling up strength give us that extra push against bosses that are totally killing us. Although I don't actually have strength turned on right now. Your hope is that you're gonna just not need it, right? Extra money to start with from the boatman. You know what?
So that's it.
I'll just take the extra 10 max HP. It is a consistent boon at the very least.
Let them fear us.
So, Vow of Rivals headed upward with a weapon that traditionally I've not done super well with. Let's hope here. However, my keepsake is wrong.
That well-worn storage case by now contains tokens of gratitude from many gods and more. A perpetual reminder that the princess of the dead shall never fight alone.
You're always with me.
Never alone as long as you have enough bribery currency. At the risk of being boring, I'm probably just going to do the same 4 keepsakes again.
The family.
They're good. It's a good cycle.
It's now or never.
Okay. Immediate hammer. So we don't really want the shells to come back super fast, right? We want them to be out there for a time because we want to be able to get the benefit. But 100% faster. Well, it says they fly back to you automatically and 100% faster. They already fly back automatically after a certain period of time. I'm not 100% sure what this is saying. The little yellow line around them fills in at double speed. It's weird that they included this because this already happens. But it's really hard not to take Volatile Array.
Did this skull just smile?
It's just damage, right? Why would you not take damage? I love it when my explosives explode again.
Caught out. This is a net fighter.
That is a mean looking fish. Holy shit.
You've seen the size of the bloody monster been clambering up our mountainside, would you? I haven't, thankfully, but hearing that he's pretty big in size. Typhon himself. I scarce can keep a steady hand with him about.
All right. I mean, this is a compelling reason to special occasionally. I do like Smithy Rush in theory. In practice, I do think it can be kind of hard to apply. And the recharge time on Volcanic Flourish is super, super long. And I know I was kind of talking trash about Tough Gain last time. You know, just like it, as far as it being a pretty non-ideal way of getting your mana back because you have to take damage. But it did end up working out very, very well for us because I am not good enough not to take damage on most of the encounters here. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are all compelling in their own way. I guess I'll take...
The Forge of the Heavens.
Yeah, I guess we'll grab Smithy Rush. Without knowing what else is going on, that feels the most versatile.
Let's have a look around.
Okay. Ares is eager to contribute. Notice also the Apollo boon up there. Let's start with the double heart.
Him again.
Hi.
You blasted gods and goddesses are all alike.
Always shooting skulls at me while I'm blowing up a barrel.
They're mine.
No, those are mine. Also, I should absolutely be getting more than one credit for clearing the... I don't know if I am, but I should be getting more than one credit for clearing the little spawning houses. Because think about how many enemies those are in total, right? I don't think I've given you a gift.
Great son of Zeus, I offer you this gift of nectar, that it may quench your thirst as you labor for the gods. They must be grateful for your might.
Saves me having to find another bottle for when next I have to prove my fealty. Here, something for your trouble.
No trouble at all, thank you.
You make it to the mountaintop as yet? In case you haven't, nothing good awaits you there. Or so I hear.
What do you mean, Typhon? I'm surprised the Olympians don't have you helping out with him, instead of bashing a bunch of weaklings far from where the real danger is.
The Olympians won't abide some half-god stealing their glory. I get the drudgery, not the important work. Thank the fates that you get some of each. Till next we meet.
You know, I remember thinking that he was much more aggressive and standoffish in early access. He seems downright reasonable now. Do I want to grab anything else before I go for the Apollo thing? I'm curious what kind of mini boss there is to meet. We should probably pick up our hacks at the very least.
The barrier's weakening.
So much exploding. Everything's always exploding. Drama, drama, drama.
My claim. I bid you shine for me again tonight.
Death to Chronos. I sense that you are growing closer to manifesting the reality that we have long since sought. May you yet drain whatever light is left in him.
Wow, harsh way to put that. Yeah, you know what? Total Eclipse has worked out really well for us.
Well, we Silver Sisters ride.
Bronze.
It takes a little bit of work, but we get there. Thanks for all the help, Tula.
The Underworld's power.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that's a great palm. It's not nothing, but it's not spectacular.
Getting somewhere.
I guess in theory the thing to do probably is to wait, right?
Where else can we go?
We do the Apollo thing last of the things we're gonna do here. So, what am I trying to pull? There is something to be said for wounds on attack again. Not to be boring, but like, I don't know, it would be pretty good.
Hold still in their shades. Denied.
Yeah, I don't know. It still seems like the most powerful playstyle, right? Obviously, like, using a bunch of Omega attacks is pretty cool, but we need some gain to back that up.
Word reached us that you defeated the Titan of Time last night, and we were most impressed. But I was left to wonder whether he experienced the throes of agony before the end. Perhaps he eventually can be dissuaded thus.
Okay, I mean, like, Cut Above seems really good with Omega Attack, right? Oh, Grizzly Gains. Striking foes with your weapon may spill plasma, which can restore some magic. And then gives us the move and the strike speed. Presumably, the plasma buff increases the speed of the travel speed of the Omega attack, which would be pretty relevant. But this is low rarity, and Cut Above is like fucking bananas. We gotta take Cut Above.
Death to our foes.
With our Omega attack, it's gonna be really, really good. We just need to get some other gain somewhere, and it's possible too that the other gain is just Ares, right? Do we wanna take another Ares? Maybe like Ares and then Hermes or something? Let's try it. Yeah, look at that. Look at the way the falling blade, like, everything gets hit, then the stuff near the center gets hit again when the skull lands, and then there's the blade. It's really nice, and it's a really attention efficient way of fighting.
Clear.
Like, I have a lot of time to pay attention to the things that are going on around me instead of what's going on with my target.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Specials deal more damage and inflict wounds. I think I'm gonna take Grizzly Gain this time. So striking foes with your weapon, meaning attacks and specials, can yield plasma. I wish it was a little bit more common. Wish we'd gotten a higher rarity, but overall I think it's pretty good. And then the question of Hephaestus versus Hera versus Hermes. You know what? I think I want to grab Hephaestus, actually.
And I don't on.
The downside of this is that I'm going to end up with my ammunition fucking all over the place, right?
In the name of Hades.
Alright, blast effects also glow is pretty compelling. Anvil Ring is interesting. I mean, this is more compelling if I get more blasts. I do like it, though.
Yes.
Okay, 20% more damage on enemies who have taken the blast from my run. And at this point, with as much of a build as we're getting, let's go say howdy to this mid-boss here.
A champion of Chronos.
I almost made it to cover.
Pylon destroyed. Your soul be damned, traitor.
And every time I touched, every time I charged up, it was just a little bit too slow to avoid the birds.
You saying you got Chronos, didn't you, Sunshine? Last night at least, but that's the Deathless Titans for you. Never staying down for long. Though you've something in mind for that, my sister says.
Nova Flourish is not super compelling. Supernova and Solar Ring are both pretty good, I think. Obviously, we've had a lot of success with Supernova. Yeah, let's Solar Ring. Being able to inflict daze on a bunch of enemies is pretty good. I'm curious what prophecy that would be.
Should be able to get out.
Took more damage than I would have liked, but it's fine. We got a fountain here. There's an important lesson about trying to fire off the Omega attacks that I could learn there. Maybe I will. We'll see. Do I want to take a palm now? I guess like a palm on cut above would be pretty good. Yeah, you know what? This seems like a fine time for it.
I need this.
So a second off of that, 3% more chance of gain. I do like that. Cut above being 30% more or 30 more damage is awfully strong. I do think we have to take that.
I trust this message finds you well. We must remain in close communication as best we can, even if it means employing the services of your Underworld's boatmen every so often.
Now, a high rarity, I was going to say attack. A high rarity attack blitz would have been quite welcome. Lightning Lance is not bad. Lightning Lance is not bad. We could go for the reoffer, try to fish for the attack blitz, because it is, like, quite significant. Yeah, let's use it here.
Not what I want.
Not the rarity I'm looking for. I think I'm still taking it. And then, yeah, armor for sure.
The shrines of Lord Hermes that I've seen around the surface. I noticed they take offerings of gold as well. I take it the two of you are back in business then.
All right, let's
Then may business be good.
let's get this boss fight. Let's take a swing. And there's like a, I don't know. I'm going to say conservatively a 60% chance we die.
Look, I only had a couple here and there.
Maybe this build is going to run out real quick here.
The bodies of the dead ought not to be consumed. All sorts of diseases and the like.
I'm telling you, they can be pretty good. Just gotta age them right.
Ah.
Anyways, we can pick up on that later. Got a warm one over there.
Polyphemus, you are the worst.
Lady Medea, I cannot believe the two of you are getting on like this. The Testament of Night requires that you form alliances with those who stand in our way.
We merely have a common interest, sorcerers. The Cyclops yet stands in your way, so have at him. I'm here to make the night more foul at your own behest.
Yeah, I don't like the degree to which Mel takes this all, like, personally. I signed the pact. I pressed the button. Anyway, fuck you. Ah. Ow, that didn't work. Alright, I'm learning, slowly but surely. How about this? Oh, get him. Also, we must remember the cat. The other thing we must remember is that we don't actually want to have our ammo. we don't do as much damage when we have all of our... Oh, wow, Jesus. Okay, well that was directly... It is hard not to take that personally.
Poisoned.
And of course, he turns invincible the instant I press the button. Ow. Are you kidding me? Cat, fucking do something. Okay, no magic. Okay, so we gotta deal some damage with our weapons. Pause some micro to drop. I was really hoping I wasn't quite gonna dash far enough to get hit by the effects there. Okay, and we do have to prioritize grabbing this stuff too. It does not stick around forever. I have no idea what is causing some of these damage hits. Like, he's producing shockwaves and stuff that seem to come from nowhere, like no attack. It's just, they just suddenly happen. Well, at least he came back down. That sucks. He was dead already.
I was witness to your rival's fall.
Yeesh. And then the Fates and the Messenger. The Messenger is one of the one-cost ones. Okay, the Fates is not bad. We got a bunch of rerolls. And the Messenger... Okay, also, honestly, not a bad flip over. You suck. Yeah, that last Death Defiance getting spent when the fight was already over is just spite.
The noxious, death-strewn field beyond the city of Ephira now lies still once more, although a sense of rising fear yet lingers with the many restless souls that there reside.
Lady Medea certainly transformed this place.
There's too much going on in that fight to be able to pay attention to all the things that are going on in that fight. Do I want... You know what? I think I am going to take the fountain thing here. Because this will probably hit our attack boon, and I would like that rarefied. Deal 30% damage, but lose 5% of this bonus after each encounter. That is too quickly for that to be any good. I guess the idea is you level it up more, and at max level it maybe still carries something for the boss. But that feels like...
Excellent.
That feels like a really... Oh no, it leveled up Grizzly Gain. Well... Yeah, I was really hoping for Heaven Strike. Yeesh. Alright, well, is what it is, I suppose.
Good.
From here, it's just a totally normal run up to the surface. And you know,
nearby.
we have shown that we can handle those under some circumstances.
Tula, go for it. No escape. Cheers for that, Tula.
All right, actually, you know what? I have to take care of something. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about the interruption. We're back, and here we go. Here we go. We're gonna sink a bunch of ships or whatever it is we're doing out here. Yeah, I'm not jazzed, obviously, about the way that first boss fight went. We are not in an optimal position, but this is certainly a place that we can fight back from if we are just careful. You know, obviously we came back from something pretty fucked up and dark last time, so I think, yeah, Hermes boon over Heart, right? And Heart is very good. I do love Heart. It's kind of relying on the explosions to do more damage than that. Yeah, one thing we definitely have to make use of is the fact that you do not have to run you don't have to charge the Omega attack all the
They
way.
got through.
You can let it go at like 15% and the thing still goes up and comes down, but obviously the damage is reasonably scaled. I don't think we've ever given a gift to you, and we have quite a few nectars on hand at this point, so...
I'm glad you're here, Hermes, and it's an honor to finally be working together. To our swift victory.
It's been a minute since I got an offering. Cheers, Em, although you needn't have. But here, I've just a thing for you.
Yeah, we do want to get all the boon gods gifted. It's just,
Gifts.
you know, every time I start building up nectars, it's like all of a sudden we have a huge run on them.
At least the family knows about you now. Always wanted to say, message to Olympus. Persephone and Hades had another kid, and she's all right. But Heck knew we had to wait, and she knows a lot, so my lips were sealed.
She does seem to know a lot. I wish she would share some of it. Okay, Blue Hasty Retreat seems fantastic, actually. This is the kind of time when you would want to take a quick buck, but I still think I'm not over Hasty Retreat. No thanks. Out of curiosity, what is Hasty Retreat right now? Okay, 5% dodge. Like, that's absolutely reasonable. Come on, you. Gotta make sure we're collecting our ichor. Yeah.
Stand down.
This might just get transformed. We'll see. That's not gonna hit anything. The sword's not gonna come into that. Aha! I tricked him. Nope, but he just ran back out. It's tough. The swords they're very mobile. Do we want to flip this? I mean, it is just ash. Yeah, let's take the shot. Okay. Transformed it into a different minor find instead. I wish I knew the odds on the transformation.
Some driftwood.
Okay, boy oh boy, do we need some driftwood. Gotta say, the area, the damage area on the Omega attack is really quite impressive. Make sure we're picking up all the plasma.
Not now.
Okay, I mean that's a welcome sight here. I really appreciate Icarus taking out the snake guys for us. Actually, very annoying.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I took far more damage than I should have there. 15% grizzly gain. Ooh, glow bonus damage up on Furnace Blast is probably the winner, though. Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
All right, so we were looking at the thing here, and there is something. I guess this is a prophecy, maybe, that is fulfilled by giving him something. Have we given him some? We gave him one already, so it's weird that there would be a prophecy fired by giving him a second one. Let's see what the deal is with that.
That last nectar you got me was so good. Can't even imagine what it would have been like while I was still alive. Wasn't going to ask for another, but since you're offering.
Oh, when it says he's a free spirit, it means okay. I guess that answers a question I had.
I'm offering, so here. Maybe it's even better now that you're shade. You mortals had to eat and drink out of necessity, but nectar helps fulfill a different kind of need.
Prophecy foretold.
I saw huge plumes of fire shooting from the summit of Olympus recently. Thought the whole mountain was erupting, but on closer inspection, it was you, fighting someone. And then some deranged eagle chased me off.
That was Prometheus the Titan and his pet. He's turned against the gods and is personally leading the siege of Olympus. Claims to know the future and to fight for mortal kind, using the flames he stole from my family.
I didn't realize he'd broken free. What do mortals have to do with this whole feud with Chronos, anyhow? I thought all he wanted was his vengeance. Probably Prometheus as well. My latest work.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth considering that we're not necessarily the good guys in this story just because we're the protagonists. So it's the only one of these three that we've already taken. The only one that's already crossed off. But Explosive Intent really does play well with all of our other stuff. I guess Hazard Boom, now that we can drop our casts far away. Yeah, it is 500 extra damage. You know what? Let's take Hazard Boom.
Careful with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, just try not to detonate my own face. Ooh, I do think probably we want to buy this, and you know, I'll buy a mystery boon as well. I don't think we need the sustenance, and we'll be all right without it. And that leaves us with enough money to do a decent shop here as well. Alright, this time I think we'll take the extra chance for plasma. Yeah, and probably the ash too.
Hear me on my authority.
So we still don't have a boost on our special, and this is pretty good. It is also worth noting that we do have some rerolls now. Trusty Shield giving us 20 life loss defense per location is also yeah, it's definitely compelling. Attacks and specials deal more damage to armor, I think is like fine to whatever. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Trusty Shield's not bad. I'm debating between like Trusty Shield and a reroll. I like Volcanic Flourish, but Volcanic Flourish scales upward really well with rarity. Yeah, let's take the reoffer.
Something else.
Attack and special deal more damage for each earth that you have, which is 2 right now, I think I saw. Yeah. Or again, common flourish. You know what? Even if this remains at only a 10% bonus for attacks and specials, that's still not horrible. And did it receive an immediate? It said martial art upgraded, I guess, because it started counting.
A black ship, darkest of them all, disrupts the endless fleet that hounds Olympus. Yet none dare engage with it for long, or with the fearsome captain of its spectral crew.
Lord Charon's kept our enemies at bay. Salutations.
Alright, let's go get an enhanced rarity boon. and hopefully
You won't be stopping me
get our
from the
special
distance.
flourish off of this. Unfortunately, these things are just far enough apart. Oh, wait, am I misremembering? I thought we had... This is the danger of, like, stopping for several minutes in the middle of the run. I thought I had picked up a method of improving the... a method of distributing our cast at a distance, and apparently I haven't. Cat, would you please get out here? And of course, everybody just jumps back in the water. Try to run all these to one side so that I can... Ow, that's on me. God, what a nightmare that attack is. Also, it's a real bummer the cat doesn't wake up from just any attack. It has to... Or from just any proximity. It has to specifically be you dashing over it. I gotta say, the amount of... Oh my god, I realized that projectile bounces off walls too? Alright, that's gonna kill that guy for sure. Oh my god.
I don't think so.
Well, this is not very good. Interesting that it didn't lay the hex circle down anywhere near where my mouse cursor was on that one.
Don't get in my way.
But yeah, that's, again, devastating. Really, really, really not good. How many nectars do I have left? 2? Alright, I'll just
I accept this message.
hold for the moment. 30%. I mean, this is 30 max health right now. Certainly blue level volcanic flourish is a little bit better than white. And again, it does take palms more a little more effectively as well. But like, I don't know. After we've dropped all of our shots, even through like doing them as omegas, I am looking to pick them back up, and I am still trying to special through enemies on the way to do that. And this might be exactly the kind of timing that we need on that thing. It's just like, also, my HP is in a really dire shape. If you think about the pool as a whole with all of our Death Defiances spent. And so Uncanny Fortitude might be necessary to survive. Yeah, maybe. Alright.
Such strength.
Offense is defense.
Mandrake seeds.
Okay, a little bit of extra food. The game taking pity on me. Listen, I'll accept pity. I'm not too big for pity. Is the Blitz going to be lethal? Not quite.
New course needs to be set.
The infinite dark.
Alright, I do appreciate this. So, a second blast is, I think, a total no-brainer. We definitely want to get down this line. Softness is also very good. Fragmentation is also very good, but devastation, for sure. So, bonus power, bonus area, plus 100 power, 20% larger area. Let's go ahead and grab softness now.
Such terrifying might.
At the very least, it's a good damage multiplier now. And just trying to make sure it was going to still hit. Feel pretty good about that. That's pretty slick. there's just like a lot of areas being made on the ground here. Man, just charging clean through my attacks to damage me even though you are dead. Alright, our second transform hit.
The Lord Apollo here claims he was first amongst our family to reach you thus, my kin. Perhaps if I had in his stead, this all could have been well over by now.
Yeah, maybe if you hadn't taken your time.
Been big on bringing conflicts to an end. Probably why you showed up so late to this one. But you saw how great a time the rest of us were having and just had to get involved.
So, falling blades drop an extra time in succession and deal damage in a larger area. After you take damage or a foe is slain. Ooh, while you have less than 40 health, your attacks and specials restore health. That is interesting. So, what do I have doing? Omega moves also calls a falling blade. So this would actually be really good. The cutting edge is like really good. The blades land in a larger area, so we're getting more splash over. And then we're getting an extra 150 damage on each Omega attack. Yeah. That seems very, very strong.
Push closer.
It is, of course, reliant on me actually being able to cast. Which means I need to be making sure we are picking up the plasma when we can. And it also means the plasma needs to exist. Can't collect the stuff if it won't drop.
Of the fleet.
Well, super happy to see a second driftwood. We are almost certainly going to die to Eris. Let's see if old Uncle Zeus can stop that.
In the name of Hades.
Damage from Omega moves immediately activates your blitz at a higher value. So I wonder what damage from Omega moves, like what counts as damage from Omega moves, because there's a chance that the initial strike will activate Heaven Strike from our Omega, and then the the bounce from Volatile Array. Well, no, this is not from. It's only bouncing there because it was Omega. The bounce from Volatile Array probably won't count. I'll probably have to actually hit them twice. Although Cut Above can only come from an Omega move, so maybe it'll activate the Blitz. Well, you know what? It'll activate the Blitz because it does enough damage. So I guess that'll mean Arc Flash this probably doesn't count as damage from an Omega move, and this will probably prevent me from getting damage from an Omega move onto a blitzed enemy. So that's actually probably a good reason not to take it. What do we have that's dealing lightning damage? Is the close of Blitz? Yes, okay. It is considered to be a lightning bolt. So Double Strike could do lightning damage to it. I think I'm just gonna take Power Surge. I feel like I take Power Surge a lot, but it is just more lightning, right?
To the shore.
Come on, really? I thought I made myself real clear with you before, but here you are like nothing happened and it's just another night.
This is just another night to me, Eris. So you stand with Chronos against the gods. So what? You're just another obstacle on my path.
Hate to break it to you, Trouble. Obstacles are things you're supposed to avoid. But in this channel, you're going to run into me every time.
I suppose that's something of a vote of confidence. I got stuck.
Heads up!
Everything is explosions all over the place, huh? course, she had to become invincible. Ah, damn it, I didn't make it far enough. I mean, we certainly do a lot of damage. Gotta make sure we're hitting her with the Hephaestus Blast where we can. Where in the hell is all my plasma, you know? God, it is impossible to catch her sometimes. It's almost like she doesn't even want me to shoot her repeatedly. If you can imagine such a thing.
Got so far, only to trip and fall.
I specialed through her from the back into in front of her.
Damn it, Eris.
Instead of just shooting her in the back, which is what I should have done, right as she did her charge. So I was inside of her as the animation began. Why would I not just shoot her in the back?
How can a daughter of Nyx turn against us? And give me such a drubbing, too.
The break for dinner definitely did not help me keep my skills alive.
Hey, where have you been? You smell. Not in a bad way, necessarily, and I don't know how I can smell or remember any smell, so... That is weird.
I was up top. Must be the sea air and the salt, distinct from Oceanus down below. I sailed across the waters toward Olympus on a ship.
Exciting. I was right here the whole time.
I mean, that also sounds fun.
I know.
So, like, obviously, that was bad. And it is grim to lose a run in that way, but the worst part of it, the absolute worst part of it, is that now Eris actually has killed us, and this is going to be a very unpleasant interaction. I'm not going to avoid it, but it's going to be very unpleasant.
Come here.
Yeah, no, I know.
Is this what you want, Eris? To have our aimless clashes, only then to sneer at one another here again and again? Such a worthy cause.
Who are you to say what makes a worthy cause? Cause yeah, I happen to be quite alright with everything. It's genuinely been a real blast.
You're unbelievable.
Thanks, Trouble.
Okay, she didn't rub it in quite as much as I was thinking she might.
You've consistently ensured the safety of your familiars. Not that I had any doubt. We are here to protect such creatures more so than the other way round.
Familiars are family, Headmistress. Perhaps through this ordeal, my bond with mine shall come to be as strong as the one you share with yours.
Of that I have no doubt as well. I've discussed the matter with Hecuba and Gali both, and they are willing to watch over you. If you ask nicely, of course.
What? Truly? But they're bound to you. Wait, who must I ask nicely? You or them?
I'd start with them.
Okay, that's cool. That's very kind of her to offer.
There's more I can do with this cauldron.
The quickening of sentimental value. Oh. Double your keepsake level up. That's interesting. Restore the crossroads hot springs so they may be used. That's interesting as well. Reveal the next rank of the Vow of Rivals. Yeah, you know what? I would like to do that.
By will of night shall I confront still greater rivals now. So mote it be.
Alright, and I assume once I've defeated each of them once, then we can pull the next one and so on. You know what? I think I will go ahead and hit this as well.
Upon my birth,
We got a lot of keepsakes.
command the dark to aid my task, and with me find my mark.
Carefully said.
Okay, so we're still short iron. Here we're looking for Nightshade and also Lotus. Lotus is from the water, the Skilla place, right? So I think that'll take a couple of downward runs.
Back in one piece.
And although that run was short, we had short plants planted at the very least, so that helps with that. Do we want to? We'll probably need more garlic at some point. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking for next.
Grow and flourish.
Just planting.
How was it sailing through the rift of Thessaly, goddess? Sometimes I long for my past days and nights at sea. And probably since I've forgotten just how miserable it was.
I feel I could remind you at this point. Chronos has this vast fleet of ships drawn from the very depths, drowned crews and all. I had to commandeer whichever craft I could.
A proper nautical experience then, fraught with danger, mystery. I feel a little envious of those drowned crews. After I died, I thought my sailing days were done.
Well, Chronos could probably use more sailors after what I did to them.
Put in a good word for me, would you?
Yeah, he definitely listens to me.
Cisco.
I mean, like the real thing about sailing that I have always thought is that it sounds incredibly miserable.
Another prophecy.
Okay, so there are a couple of mid-bosses we've not yet seen. What was the... I ran over here because I was curious about the prophecy that we unlocked by giving a second nectar to what's-his-face. What could it possibly have been? Okay, apparently we only have one thing left on the life tax, or one thing left on this particular prophecy. Taking boons from Hades. Okay, here we go. New stuff. Stuff we haven't moused over before. I mean, obviously a lot of these are just to get all the hammer upgrades with all the various weapons. Use each of the different perks from the Vow of Fangs and the Oath of the Unseen. Take advantage of various inventions offered by the shade called Icarus. And I guess that's it. I guess it was this one. For whatever reason, you don't get to see the prophecy for his stuff until you give him 2 nectars instead of 1. Yeah, that's curious. Don't really know what to make of that. So, also, while we're over here, so we can make Shadow out of Ash and Psyche. I don't know how to make Darkness. Just thinking ahead to the last bit that we need for this. Yeah, do we know where Darkness is from? Don't know that I've seen that material. Does not look like it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just keep on until it reveals itself.
The time to prove yourself has finally come.
Commander Skelemius, sir.
All right, we've had some good fun with the blades here. While you channel your Omega attack, you occasionally parry and then riposte immediately afterward. Your next 9 attacks have plus 50% critical chance. That's pretty good. Or the Aspect of Pan. Specials seek foes in your casts and fire more shots if you channel longer. Okay, that's interesting. It feels a little bit like the aspect of that centaur in the first game with, I don't even remember which weapon it was. But yeah, this seems compelling.
Grant me the Aspect of Pan.
Unfortunately, it does seem like we probably are not going to have the resources to push it up another level. Okay, yeah, it's just nightmare scaling. And it just directly adds knives. Yeah, I just need a whole bunch of nightmare, it turns out. stuff is not entirely trivial to get a hold of.
Our rivals now.
Yeah, but I probably shouldn't. Alright, so Polyphemus with the Vow of Rivals is our goal, and you know, I'm gonna go after him. I gotta learn the fight, right? I gotta learn the fight. This at least is a build for this weapon that encourages you to use it at a range.
So are you gonna earn the gifts of the Veil over there? Or squander your chance to get some of that eternal glory?
Eternal glory. If such a thing may come to those who manage to achieve extraordinary feats, so be it. But to chase glory as a goal unto itself, that can't be right. At least, it's never been our way.
But our ways can change, wouldn't you say? We mustn't become mired in the olden ways of doing things. Though I don't mean to pressure you, kiddo. It's just, I think you ought to get what's yours is all.
I'll think about it.
I spent a lot of time building those prizes. I would like it if they were received. We know what the deal is. Also, tools. Okay. So we did pull enough driftwood finally to be able to upgrade the rod of fishing. Like, that's the most important thing. Part of me does just want to get this stuff out of the way, though. Yeah, all right.
The rod of fishing should be stronger now.
I know that sound all right.
And you know, we do seem to we do seem to have call for a little water essence pretty frequently.
The 3 gifts of the Veil, to be bestowed to one deserving of the title of Knight's Champion, beckon the fierce princess of the dead to prove her unequaled prowess to all.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I do know.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, any other setup that we want to do, obviously, is a little bit of a bummer to not get to see the second use out of this. You move, strike, and channel 20% faster for the next 200 seconds when you select Hermes' thing. It doesn't seem very good. Even once you've leveled it up to be 600 seconds. 600 seconds of actual gameplay time. Yeah, I still don't know that I think that's going to be very good. Alright, well, today's run ended pretty sadly. We did kill the Vow of Rivals version of the Polyphemus boss fight for the first time, and that's not nothing. But obviously there was a lot of sloppy play there, and I am partially blaming the loss of momentum. I should have timed my stuff differently. But anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching, for bearing with me as I make some foolish errors here and there. I mean, there's a lot of game to learn, right? When you come back next time, we are headed up to get our vengeance upon Polyphemus once again. And I know I beat him, but it's still vengeance for all the lives we did lose. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.